him in the league. TK has played 1 or 2 games with us as well, but still, both of these teams haven't really shown us a whole lot, so we're going to be looking forward to learning some more about each of them and how they play here. This is BP Reload and BP Swagger. We are going to be starting off with an evac hardpoint. We'll go ahead and kick the game off here. If we go into we will go into a game 2. It will be a hunted S&D. If we go into a game 3, it will be a fringe uplink. So we're going to go ahead and see how Band Protects get started here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with Band Protect, since there's not a lot of information out about, either one of these teams. So you won't see a lot of, like, when we see viral and stuff, you usually see the VMP get banned or protected. So it'll be interesting to see what these guys do with their Band Protect, since they probably don't know a ton about each other.
Yeah, and HC ban coming out early from the side of TK. That's an interesting one. We don't see that too much in a hardpoint, though I don't hate it. Yeah, that's an uncommon one as well.
So early,
Rapid,
so
pretty
early,
common.
it's interesting.
Yeah,
HC,
yeah.
I like the HC ban. I hate getting killed by HCs in hardpoint, so I'm a big fan of that ban. I like it.
I don't particularly mind it, but I think a lot of the time there's better things to use your ban on. At the end of a Ban Protect, if everything you want is gone and, you have nothing better to ban, I'm okay with it. But, I mean, off the rip, just taking out an HC means they really don't want HCs in that game, and I don't understand that they're that devastating, but we'll see here. Overclock, that takes out, interesting.
Oh, here come the tax. That's what I was looking for, to see if they were going to ban the tax. So you would think Ownage is going to get the last tax just to get rid of it, unless they want to use it. But
I'll say, yeah, it was Jurassic that banned the first one. Ownage will take out the second. Overclock is a bit of an impact in the Ban Protect phase because it takes out, in my opinion, some of the bigger guns. I know you're a fan of the Scythe, but it's tough to run a Scythe without Overclock.
As you say that, they picked 2 of the weapons that take the longest to get, with the Scythe and the Purifier. But you're right. It is a little bit. I like to run Overclock every chance I get when I'm playing respawn games with the Scythe and Tempest occasionally, but you don't have to have it to use the Scythe or Purifier, as long as you make sure that when you use your specialist gun, it's very effective. So look at the TK side, we've got 3 weapons.
I don't hate that on hardpoint. I mean, it's the only map type I'd really use 3 weapons, but I don't hate that.
I mean, I don't hate it either. I guess you don't need kinetic. I guess they figure they don't really want to use camo, which in hardpoint maybe isn't an ability you have to have, like you need it in S&D and uplink. But that's very interesting. The rejack, I guess, is the one that kind of stands out to me as far as like just an interesting selection. You don't see a ton of rejack in hardpoint, so I don't know. We got to definitely take a look at him when he's got his rejack activated. I'll try and make sure I'm on with him a little bit, just to see if I just want to see him use it.
Yeah, and heat wave coming from both sides. I think it's the heat wave versus kinetic versus active. It's a debate in hardpoint which one's better. I've seen all 3 used extremely effective. Personally, I probably would go with active. Heat wave for me, if you're good with it, yeah. I can understand kinetic, but it takes too long to get. You'll get a bunch of heat waves. You'll probably only get 2 kinetics in a game, maybe 3. Heat wave, you'll get quite a few. The problem with heat wave, especially personally with me, is I have a tendency of smoking my teammates with heat waves. So that's one where you need to be very clear with your communication when you use it, what's coming.
Yeah. I mean, you got to know when to use the heat wave. I think with I don't see active's a little overrated, I think, in hardpoint, so I guess I'm not surprised that none of them picked it. You got to have a heat wave, and if kinetic's available, you got to have a kinetic for hardpoint. Other than that, I think your spots are kind of up for grabs. If you want to use 2 weapons, you can. Some people like Psychosis. I've seen that be effective. It just depends. I don't think there's ever.
Would you use a kinetic over an active if you were the last slot?
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't, just because you'll get more. I would rather take 4 actives than 3 kinetics in a game.
In hardpoint, usually I think I'd agree with you, but in hardpoint, Kinetic's just so devastating. You run into a hill with Kinetic, and you've got a VMP, and you just start gunning people. But we're not going to see Kinetic, so it doesn't matter either way, I guess, since they banned it out. They clearly don't want to deal with that, so we're just going to see a bunch of weapons and a couple heat waves and some guy using rejack, so I'm pumped.
Oh, yeah. We got a rejack in hardpoint. That's a first for this league.
I think it is.
We'll go ahead and take a look at the gun splits here. Typically, you'll see we see a lot of three, or I guess you would call it like a 3-1 with 3 subs and 1 AR, or 2-2. We don't see a lot of heavy AR teams in this league. I think the only one that comes to mind for me was, I want to say Fatal went with all ARs. XGN will pull out 3 sometimes. But running through the teams, we are looking at 4 VMPs for TK.
Yep, Jurassic's 2-2 with HVK VMP. TK's 4 VMPs.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and start off with Satorn doing some work in the hard point early here. He will fall, and it looks like they're going to continue to keep the hard point though. Jurassic still in control with the VMP work.
Yeah, and Jurassic's already, you know what I'm going to talk about. You know I'm going to talk about spawns. But Krillic for Jurassic is already establishing those spawns. It's very important on evac hardpoint. You have to have them. I mean, they're important on every map, but on evac they're really important. And you can see Jurassic right away really trying to establish the spawns that they want. And they're off to a nice start, 25-second lead before the contest time comes in. So it's working for them so far.
Yeah, I mean, TK still hasn't, they have yet to crack a hard point. So, clearly early domination, really, from Jurassic, getting 30 seconds to 1 out of that first hard point as we transition into the second one. Like you always like to mention here, Krillic still holding the spawns down by back helipad. TK hasn't really challenged the spawn. They haven't seemed to care.
Now they are. And they got him. That was a crucial kill because he was only 2 kills off of a Hellstorm and 2.5 kills off of Cerberus. So that was a big kill to get Krillic down. He was on a 4 streak there. So let's see what TK didn't really get any points out of it, though. You would think, killing that guy on spawns would help them get into the hard point a little more easily, but it didn't.
Yeah, and we are on with Onage now as he's moving up trying to crack this for them. Onage, one of the stronger TK players, but hasn't really, no one from TK has really stood up and been that dominant force that usually you need somebody to really kind of slay for you, put up some big numbers, and neither team really has. I mean, I'm looking at Satorn right now at 8-4. That's a great start, but you haven't seen anyone run away with it to the extent that Jurassic is winning this hardpoint. I mean, it's now 7. It's almost 80-3. I mean, this is getting away. This is getting away from them quick. Yet the team's still balanced.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when you look at it, every single player on Jurassic is positive right now, including Krillic, who's triple positive, and now he's quadruple positive, and yeah, he's on fire right now. I mean, his HVK has been really, really good. But I mean, look what he's been doing. He's the reason why he's so positive is that he's been holding these spawns. Like, he has not gotten into a ton of gunfights inside the hills. Like, he's got a very defined role for this Jurassic team, and he's playing it really, really well so far.
Yeah, I mean, you saw him kind of anchor the team, hold down spawns early. Now you're seeing him be a little bit more aggressive and get in the fight, but with a 100-point advantage, I think you can't afford to do that. As we go into the last hill of the first rotation, TK picks up a few seconds here before falling, and they lose that as well. I mean, they need to get.
And they've made a couple changes here. Onage has taken out an M8, and Details was using. Well, he was using HVK. Yeah, he's using HVK. So TK has decided to use a couple. ARs now. They had started off with 4 VMPs, so they're trying to change something up and get something done here. Maybe they can make a little headway here. They picked up a lot of time. We were saying it was 90-3. Well, now it's basically 100-40. So, maybe TK here is getting something going a little bit. Let's check out Onage. We know he can ball, and he's one of the guys who switched roles. So let's see what he's doing with his AR.
He's doing work now over the kind of middle balcony, pushed out a little bit for that spawn. I usually sit in the spawn and look out over stairs. I don't hate someone working on the balcony, though, if you, especially with an M8, I guess that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, but I mean, he just gave up his positioning right there, and he knows that too. That wasn't his best. Wasn't his best work as far as his positioning there, but now look what he's doing. Onage is now actually going to try and hold the spawns for TK. So I think this is a good move. Like they've gotta get some more time, you know, some more gunfights inside the hill. So he's going to be a big part of allowing them to come back if they're able to do that in this game. But you know, Jurassic, I was about to say is going to take him out because there are 3 guys over there, and that's exactly what they did. So this is trouble time for TK. They've got to get some kills, otherwise Jurassic is going to rack up time because they're spawning them out.
Yeah, no, this is where the game's starting to turn for the worse here for TK. They need to control the spawns, even if it means they lose the rest of this hill. It's too crucial for the next one. I'm on with Schwink now on a 5-kill streak, has his heat wave charged up, only 50 off of his Hellstorm.
He put out a counter UAV as well.
Actually, no, I think he always had the HVK, but he's been doing really strong work with the HVK this entire game, really. And there's his Hellstorm.
Nice shot with it. He's a nice HVK shot.
Yeah,
I've been actually watching him for a little while.
That's what I wish I could do with the HVK. So we are gonna switch on over to Jolpix right now, who's coming in through the back entrance of the lower apartments hill here, and Jurassic just sweeps out TK. I mean, 3 down in a matter of seconds, and
oh, there's a double team kill from Mr. Dino. What the heck just happened?
I believe it was a grenade, but I don't know exactly what happened.
No, it was a VMP.
You know what? Sometimes you just need to get people out of your way.
And Jewelpix is 1 kill off of Cerberus here. That's basically a game ender. If he gets this Cerberus, not that I think it might be getting close to being over anyway. Oh, he's gonna go. Oh my gosh, he's gonna go for it. The Hellstorm. He's gonna triple kill. Oh wow, I'm surprised that did not pick up more.
Well, his teammates picked up one of the other kills right before it landed, I believe. So that kind of robbed him there, but it doesn't matter. He has the Cerberus.
Just got another team kill. This guy, hey, shoot the other team, brother.
He's struggling a little bit with his team killing here, but he does have his Purifier, so we're switching over to Mr. Dino. We're going to see how he elects to use that. I mean, you know, TK in a contested hill right now.
They're just getting dominated in the slaying.
Again, you know, the best player on Jurassic right now is Schwink with a +8. It's not like he's running away with this thing. So I'm not sure what's going on.
You know, it's funny. Krillic at one point was 14-6. So he's looking to try and get some momentum back here.
Krillic's on it. Krillic needs he needs a slump buster right now.
Oh, and he tried to get the scythe out to do it, and he couldn't.
All right, we're gonna switch on over to, let's go back to Schwink here. You know, he's doing some scary things right now. He's been holding on to a heat wave pretty much the entire game.
Oh, what did he just do?
He's gonna go ahead and take out.
Teammate.
Yeah, that was an aggressive move there, but definitely not intentional. Kind of teammate moved in front of him. And he's gonna finally fall to the Purifier, and
yeah, but that didn't get enough done. That did not get enough done to use the Purifier there.
But again, TK's at the point where they're doing everything they can. They need to win out this hill, and they need to win, I mean, almost the entire next hill to stay in this. I mean, this is a little bit scary for TK. They're hanging in there. They're putting up pretty. I mean, they've had some challenges where it looked like they could have turned that corner and really started, you know, taking this one back. But every time you think they're about to turn that corner, Jurassic clutches up and shuts it down. We're on now with Jolpix at 30-16. He's
got a Cerberus to use and a Purifier. I'm surprised he doesn't drop down his Cerberus. Just kind of put this game away. They probably don't, but I mean, you might as well. You've got. Oh, here comes a Purifier. Let's see what he does with it.
And nothing. He's gonna fall at the Purifier. The range of the Purifier is sometimes a bit of a problem when you can't. You know, you couldn't quite reach one of those guys with it.
Yeah, but that wasn't the best time to use it either. Like jumping in, circling around. Like you need to kind of zone out an area with the Purifier, and both guys we've seen pop it really weren't able to do that. They got a little bit ahead of themselves and they just went in and tried to, you know, maybe pick up a bunch of kills at once, and it's not really how the purifier is useful in competitive. I mean, if you're playing a pub, you pop a purifier and you just run at people and start spraying them with fire. But you know, it's got to be a zoning tool in hardpoint especially. So.
And you bring up a great point there. The purifier is not a, at least in competition, it's not a, you don't leave yourself exposed while you're using it, you know?
No.
If you're using a scythe, you can be exposed. Honestly, if you're using a tempest, sometimes you can be exposed. You don't leave yourself exposed to the purifier because there's so many angles you can get shot from. It takes so long to get the kills. You know, it's almost a gun that you use kind of shadow games, like you shoot it around a corner, you sweep it, you hide behind something. You know, you hold it out a window or out a door. It can be effective in all those ways, but, you know, run-in guns blazing isn't necessarily the best strategy there. Now, only 6 seconds left for Jurassic. Looks like this one is going to go to them. TK holds the hill for now. We're going to see if they can pull off one final break and kind of polish this one off,
Yep,
and that will do it. Well, Jurassic coming out. I mean, Jolpix, 36 and 20, almost double positive there. Other than that, you know, Schwink actually give him some credit for being, you know, 31-22 with 2 minutes. Yeah, that's a pretty strong game. But
Krillic, what happened?
Usually, yeah, Krillic struggled a little on towards the end there when maybe he was just playing more of an anchor role and wasn't as concerned with his slaying role. But you know, typically, I guess, yeah, you know, Jolpix ran away with that. I was going to say that typically you see when there's a hefty win like this, one player who kind of took the team on his shoulders, and I guess that would be Krillic in this one. But, you know, on the side of XGN, what I was noticing is they're kind of getting beat at their own game. You know, they're trying to run subs, but they're getting beat by the other sub players. They've got one AR, he's getting beat by the AR players. And this is something that, you know, I think, for instance, if I was going to play Viral, I wouldn't go up with them. I wouldn't go up against them with VMPs. That's their game. I'm not trying to beat them at their game. It looked to me like, I'm sorry, I said XGN because of the tags. I meant TK. TK tried to beat Jurassic at their own game, and that's pretty tough to do. You need to change something up. You need to try and run a counter to their strategy. What did you think?
Well, you know what's funny? You know what's funny though is I kind of think, you know, something similar, but maybe a little bit different as well. Is that, you know, at the beginning of that game, TK was using 4 VMPs, and the guys from Jurassic had 2 HVKs, and those 2 HVK guys, it was Krillic and Jolpix, and they absolutely ripped TK apart. And to me, that was the big difference. Is like even when TK tried to bust out their M8s and they tried to counter it, the HVK work, if I'm not mistaken, Jolpix was using that HVK. And he was, you know, nearly double positive. And on evac, the thing about evac is that, you know, I say all the time I use an M8 95% of the games where I can. But there are a couple maps where if you're not doing work with the M8, you have to know that there are guns that are better suited for that map. And evac is one of them where if, you know, you're not getting much done with your ARs, you switch over to that HVK because it's still got some range, but you can also win close quarter gunfights with it. And I think Jurassic was prepared to do that, and I'm not sure that TK really had an answer for Jurassic's AR work with the HVK. So to me, that was kind of the difference in that game. Definitely, you know, if you're looking for like an MVP type of guy, obviously it's going to Jolpix, but that's why it's going to him, not just because of the fact that he had a great game. So to me, that was kind of the story there.
I agree with you. I think I'd probably give the Jolpix as well. And like I was saying, when you bring in VMPs and you're going up against other VMPs or HVKs, which is basically just a slower VMP on steroids, I would like to see them back off. Maybe use, you know, M8s, Man of Wars, something with a little more distance. Try and put some. I know it's hard in hardpoint to get space, but sometimes you want to try and put a little bit of space if they've got that many submachine guns.
Yeah, it's just tough
if they got
to
that
do
many
that on
submachine
evac.
guns or HVKs. Yeah, I suppose you're right there. Band Protect's coming in quick. Vesper, VMP, and Kuda. We are not going to see submachine guns in this game. Immediately,
No, definitely not.
The top 3 subs get knocked out. Overdrive. Not totally uncommon for S&D, Rapid, and High Cal. Absolutely no surprise there. It looks like attack or 2 could slip through HC. We saw that last game as well. They really don't like their HCs. I
I
wonder
definitely
if
understand
it's.
that in S&D. Definitely
I
get it.
do as well. I do as well. You know, we run flak. I don't think we typically ban the HC. I'd rather run flak. There's no other perk one that is that crucial to me in S&D. You know, my
Shit.
movement is not so devastating that I need to have Afterburner on or Overclock. So for me, I don't mind HCs making it through. I'm just going to run flak.
Yeah, some guys, who move a little bit quicker though, they like the afterburner, and if you don't want to have to use flak, then I can see why you would ban. I mean, grenades don't scare me that much. It is annoying to get killed by them, but I don't know if I would run. Basically, you run flak for the HC coupled with the grenades and explosives, but these guys should all have a flak jacket class just in case someone gets a dart or something like that, or if they're using a ton of great nade spots. So I would think all these guys have a flak jacket class ready if they need it. They should at least. So I would expect that they will.
Yeah, it'll probably come out. As far as
Now, hold
specialists
on, I gotta
go,
point something out real quick. There's no camo on the side of TK. To me, that's a big mistake.
wave. I don't mind it on all of them except glitch.
I
I would use
mean,
the camo over glitch, but I don't mind somebody who likes vision pulse over camo. I can understand why you'd make that argument.
I can't. Camo is quite the tool in S&D. If you use it properly, you can really swing around with camo. I mean, if you want Vision Pulse on your team, I get it. Vision Pulse is good. You've got to have it instead of Glitch, or you've got to have it instead of Kinetic. Kinetic, I'll talk all the time about how good I think Kinetic is in the respawns, but in S&D, you just don't get Kinetic fast enough. Unless the only way to do
Yeah,
that is that if you make sure your guy who's using Kinetic is planting the bombs for you and gets your diffuses if you get a chance to do that, so that they get some extra points to work towards that Kinetic. If they're not going to do that, then Kinetic just takes too long. You probably won't get it unless it's a close game, and a lot of 50% of the S&D games aren't that close, so you never even get a chance
yeah.
to use your specialist ability. To me, you've got to have active on your team in S&D. You have to. Active and Heat Wave are the two specialists you must have in S&D.
Okay, you sold me. You bring up a great point on kinetic armor that it does take so long, so ridiculously long to charge up that limits its usefulness. I still don't mind it over vision. But I mean, I guess to each their own. It can be a comfort thing. You know, to me though, vision can be, especially when you get towards the end of the game, if you're in a one-on-one or a one-on-two. I mean, it can be a complete game changer. And while camo is, I mean, still a game changer, vision can win you it by yourself, especially if there's more than one. On a one versus two, if I'm trying to end a game on a one versus two and I have a vision pulse, I'm feeling okay still. If I'm one versus two
I
and I have a
think Vision
camo, I'm not as confident.
I think Vision is a fine ability. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it has its drawbacks, and it takes longer to get than you think. But I'm just saying that team has to have camo. I'm not saying that Vision is bad. I use Glitch every game, so I'm certainly not going to say that's bad. And Kinetic's not even bad. It certainly has its flaws as well. But you have to have someone use camo. So let's see. That'll just be something interesting to keep in mind and see how it
Yeah.
affects this game, and if it
We
even
also
plays a
have
role.
we also have a dedicated camo expert. So
Yes.
we don't ever have
Yes.
to worry about that. Krillic is brought out a sniper. Other than that, we
Yes, I
have
like
two M8s
that.
and an HVK on the side of Jurassic. We have an HVK, an M8,
We got to
and
start with
an
Krillic.
So three M8s and an HVK on the side of TK. We're on with Krillic now as he's moving
He's got
through
the Locust.
with the Locust.
About to see someone too. This is XGN Jax. Oh nope, he turned around. He turned around. So Jax gets first blood onto Torn. Onage is kind of all by himself on an island with the bomb here.
Now Krillic's gonna fall as well. And it looks like Jolpix is about to come up on two or three of the TK guys, and they don't even realize it.
Yep,
I
good
mean,
move. Puts
they
the
didn't
beat
even
down.
realize he was in there with them.
Yeah, but he's
We are
gonna
now
get
on with
traded.
Schwink now. And
Oh, details.
are you
What
gonna
is
pull it off?
happening?
Oh,
They did.
oh,
They did. They won that
TK.
2v4.
TK. I mean, watch this triple kill here. I mean, I know you ran
Watch
out
this.
of ammo,
Watch
but
this RK5 shots. My goodness, wow. Ooh, baby. I don't want to criticize you too much, details, but man, you're gonna want that
you
one.
need that kill. It happens sometimes. You get a little excited, or you kind of overshoot your mark there, but you gotta have that kill.
That's a tough way to start S&D for TK, man. 4v2 and you lose it.
So I believe we have got to start this game off with Schwink as he moves in with this HVK. He's going to move in back past Ethiopia room here, and he's going to... I don't really like taking your HVK
He's about
and
to run into
sending him
Onage.
through
He's
tunnel.
about to have a battle with Onage.
Yeah, not with your HVK. Send your M8
left,
there.
He left. That was smart. I think he knew that Onage was down there. He knew someone was down there, so he saved himself a losing gunfight there. Jewel Picks gets first blood with the Weevil.
Weevil is out for Jewel Picks.
Looks like we're gonna have another gunfight maybe happen on the bridge here. They're kind of dancing around each other's details, and it gets one back. So now we've got a 3v3.
Mr. Dino doing work with the Iron Sight M8.
That is
wouldn't
that is
be
tough to do.
Wouldn't be my favorite choice, but hey, man.
Details actually just got a hit marker.
You need all those attachments.
He just hit someone with an EMP. Not blew it up on him. He hit him in the body with it. So let's see if Jewel Picks. He's got the bomb. He's gonna have to make a move here.
He's gonna have to make a move fast.
Yeah. Oh! I thought he was gonna fall off the map there for a minute. He's gonna have to make a move real fast. And there's a guy waiting for him. Details.
You are a last combat asset. Complete the mission.
And
Onage, yeah. If I'm Onage, I'm just getting out of there.
Not quite. This one is gonna go to TK, and Onage kind of runs away and takes the win there. So it's a very smart move. It's gonna tie it up at 1-1. You know, I think we talk a lot about pace of play. I think Jurassic reminds me a little bit of Viral, where they play better with an aggressive pace of play. I think they waited too long for engagements there. They need to push it a little bit more, in my opinion.
Yeah, me too. Now let's start with someone on TK here. You know what? I want to start with Jax because he's using a Pharaoh. Oh, he's got the sniper out. Definitely go with Jax.
All right, we have Jax up with the thermal sniper. You know, we didn't talk much about snipers, but
he's got no blast suppressor. That drives me crazy. Put blast suppressor on, man. They know where you are.
Yeah.
I mean, he couldn't see that, but I was watching. I was watching the mini map.
I'm trying to build a case for him. I'm trying to build a case for him here. If there was any role where you could avoid the blast suppressor, it's the sniper.
Sure.
Because they don't move much. That's one role where you could sit at the back of the map and say, I'm just not going to boost around a whole lot. We are on with Onage right now. He has picked up his first kill of the game, and it looks like the bomb is down somewhere. There. I don't see the bomb, but it's down somewhere. We're going to switch over to Schwink here. He's going to have to do it all by himself again. He's familiar to this situation, as we saw in the first game.
He's done it before.
Where the hell's the bomb?
It's a great question. I'm looking for it. I don't see it. So TK takes that round. Bomb mysteriously disappeared.
Okay. Was there... Did we have a game glitch?
I mean, it's happened before in S&D. It's happened before with the bomb in S&D, so it's possible, but...
Switching operation ready.
Yeah, they were carrying it for a little bit because I was watching them, so didn't end up mattering in the end, but...
Yeah, alright. Well, the bomb has decided to make an appearance again on Jurassic's side of the map, so...
Sure,
let's go on to Joel Picks. Yeah, it's there. He's got it.
We got the bomb.
Frillick has picked it up.
Alright.
We're going to start with Joel Picks. He's moving through lower. Oh, he's going to pick up a kill there. Yep.
Ooh, nice shot.
Well, he had pre-aimed that one. He was waiting on it, so I think they may have gotten a read on TK's strategy there because he knew somebody was coming. They're going to jump off to an early 4-2 lead, and that is a good start for Team Jurassic. Krillic moving through Red Room here with the bomb. Looks like they're going to go ahead and put it down. Up 4-2. I completely agree with this move. Get it down. And then
Yeah,
they can
definitely.
go
Although Mr.
try and
Dino's here, he could. Yeah, that's why you need a sight on that, buddy.
And it's down to a 1v4. Ownage, the only hope left for this round on the side of
And
Jurassic.
he was trying to move on a flank, which I liked. I was watching him do it, and I liked while he was doing it. But then the rest of his team just fell. And if you've got a guy flanking, you know you can't
Slow
have
down.
your team can't go down.
They
You
gotta
know,
slow
like,
down.
Then
You can't.
Yeah,
you
just
can't be
puts you in
pushing
the middle of
aggressively
nowhere.
when you've got a man on the flank. Yeah. So communication there definitely could have been better for the side of TK. It would have been actually a smart move if Mr. Dino had come out of the water at the same time Ownage was flanking. Instead, he kind of went early there, and that ended up not really working out for him. Let's start off with Mr. Dino. He hasn't gotten a whole lot of love this stream. Let's see how he's
using
doing. We're
an
gonna
iron-sighted man-o-war, so that's going to be an interesting ride. I don't know if you know anything about the man-o-war iron sights, but they leave a little to be desired, as you can see there. Jewel Pix gets first blood. Yep, throw that elo on, buddy. You would have been able to actually see that man crossing.
I am a firm believer in no iron sights. I don't use an iron sight on the HVK or the KN, but I'm also a believer in picking guns with iron sights that don't need them.
Now we got a
is
2v1
down.
here. Jurassic's got 2 up. TK's got 1 up. So let's take a look at Jack's. Oh, nope, right as I do that. The Weevil.
The Weevil
Relix
cuts
Weevil,
down. The Weevil for the win.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a Weevil on the stream yet, especially in S&D. We may have seen 1 or 2 in Hardpoint, maybe, but we have not seen an S&D Weevil. So
No, we haven't. No, we haven't. I'm going to
there's
take a
not a
look
lot
and
of
see
things
if
we haven't
anybody's close to
seen
their
yet on the
specialist.
stream. We've seen an RK5 Ace, and we have not seen a Weevil.
So Details has glitch. Schwink has glitch. Jewel Pix has active. So let's go ahead and watch him since we just had this discussion about active. Let's start with Jewel Pix and see how he uses this active camo.
And they're gonna again pre-aim on that upper balcony of Red Room, and nothing's coming out of there. But Jewel Pix, I like the aggressive move. Pop your camo and go in. We'll see.
I don't know, not yet.
How
I
this-
think you hold it. I think you hold it because they've got first blood now. I don't know if he uses camo yet. He doesn't know this, but the A site is wide open, so I don't think he needs the camo.
Okay. Actually, I agree with you. Camo for first blood versus camo on a one-on-one. I think I'd wait for one-on-one to use my
Now
camo.
they
and then
know.
using
Now
it
they
just to
know.
get
They've-
first blood.
They've scouted this out. Now they know that TK has to be around the B sites. They go ahead and they throw down the plant. They've got planted and 4 up. That's a great place to be. As Torn gets a kill, Ownage trades him out.
Trades him out.
And then drops.
Too quickly
so now you've
falling.
got a
Yeah.
3v1. And I mean, that's the
Mr.
advantage of
Dino
getting the bomb
is-
planted 4 up.
Yeah, Mr. Dino now trying to come in on a 3v1.
What are you gonna do with an
and
iron-sighted
defuse.
M8? Alright, you got a kill there. He doesn't, yeah, he
Well,
doesn't have time
he's-
to do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
play your life, get out of there.
What's up
we're
with the
gonna do
iron
that.
sights? Am
We'll
I
get
missing
cut down.
something? Why is everyone using the iron sight ARs?
I'm
that don't
an
have good iron
advocate of the
sights?
iron sights, and the reason is that no one really factors in what you can have if you use an iron sight.
Yeah,
It
but
gives you an
the
extra
M8
slot.
and Manowar iron sights aren't good.
Correct. Correct. They are not good. But for me, one of the reasons that I pick the KN44, the HVK, is that I weigh in the fact that they have good iron sights. That means I can run maybe an extra attachment. That means I can run a perk where I couldn't. Maybe I pick
think
up
Mr.
a
Dino-
flashbang.
He's just circling through which guns have the worst iron sights because he's got an M8, a Razorback, and a Manowar that he's trying to figure out here. So maybe he just wants to see if he can get kills with terrible iron sights. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. And
Oh gosh,
this is an
the
interesting
Razorback's
round
pretty
here.
bad.
Default's ready. Smoke 'em out.
I also don't particularly like the
Because-
CUDA. I know a lot
Oh,
of
he
people
popped
do.
vision. Mr. Dino popped vision. Hit nothing on that vision.
Mr.
which is
Dino,
hard
you're
to
losing
do.
me my argument on. You're losing my argument on the value of Vision Pulse, buddy.
Now they
Bomb
know
is
where
going
he
down
is
for
because of the
TK.
ping from vision.
Correct. Correct.
guess who
so
died
he's gonna
first?
fall quickly. Oh my, Ownage with a great read on the Psychosis drones. We're now in a
We got a
one-on-one.
1v1. All right, Details. Jewel Pix, watch this. Here comes
Jewel
the
Pix
camo.
has his camo and Details has his glitch. And
Oh,
they
he
go
didn't see
down.
him.
TK
He didn't
takes
see him.
game 7 or round 7 to make it 3-4.
This is what a good Manowar looks like. Notice the elo and not the iron sight. So he was able to see his enemy much more clearly.
You know,
Switching sides.
I still respect the Iron Sight game. How much
Alright,
more
let's
respect would we
see.
have for him if he was doing, like, if he was filthy with it, though? It would have been great.
I don't know if it's possible to be filthy with an iron sight, but that's garbage. But that's so garbage. But anyway, let's. I still want to see Jewelpix use this camo. He's had it for a few rounds now, and he had it after I think he had 6 kills, and he didn't use it. He might be halfway to a second camo. Oh, he just saw a man top red
Yeah.
room.
I think he just spotted Jax up there.
Satorn gets
not
first
gonna
blood onto
engage him, though.
Onage. Mr. Dino answers back with his iron sight.
The bomb is down now over on the corner of the map, so see, and Jolpix will fall. We are down to a 3-on-2. Looks like Shrink's
Still
gonna come
didn't
up
use his
behind some of
camo.
the TK players, though. They don't even see him. There's
Yeah,
one
good
easy
job
kill.
waiting. Good job waiting there too. And he picks
Picks
up the bomb.
This is gonna level out this game now. It's gonna come down to a battle. Shrink's coming through the flank on the A-bomb site.
He's
Yep,
about
there
to
we
run
go.
into him.
Great job, Schwink.
Approaching PONR.
All right, here comes
We are
Iron
down to a
Sight versus
one-on-one.
Glitch. What are you gonna do?
Irons. Mr. Dino, show us something, buddy.
Oh,
Show
he's
it
leaving
to
Red
us.
Room. So he
I
actually just
I think
gave up.
this is smart.
He gave up
No, this
positioning,
is
but
smart.
this might work. This might work. This might work.
I think it's smart to make him put the bomb down
Oh
and not
no,
hunt.
he just completely gave up positioning.
I like
I mean,
making him
Schwink
put
has
the bomb down.
Schwink has the better positioning here. I'd be shocked if he doesn't win this round. I think he even knows where he is. Yep, he's just saw him.
Oh, he just spotted him. Well, I mean, now he's wasting time. I mean, Dino's got to get in there and defuse that thing in a second, so we'll see.
Good lord, guys, what is happening here?
You got
Oh,
to
I
defuse
see.
it, buddy.
He's just toying with him. Yep.
He's
Told you
wasting
he was going to
time.
win that round.
Done yet. Bring it.
Yeah, he could have took off running, and they wouldn't have had time to defuse either. But he decided to come back and go for the kill. Guess at that point, you got
that's
nothing
the
to
thing
lose,
with-
right? Even if they kill you. they
Yeah,
can't
you
defuse it.
had nothing to lose. You had nothing to lose there. I mean, I just the play of that red room. Like, you got to be careful when you're trying to take that red room back. If you give up the positioning there, it can be very difficult to know where someone is inside that red room. So you want to try and hold that positioning because you have such an advantage. But he just really gave up. Mr. Dino gave up that positioning when he jumped out of top red, and Schwink took advantage. So this is a chance for Jurassic to close it out. Let's go with let's start with Onage. He's got a kind of and he opens with first blood. I believe you were on it for that.
I was not. I was on with Jax, who's popping Heat Wave, getting a kill, but quickly being traded out. So 3-2 advantage for the TK. That
Krillix just
turns
evened it
into a
up, and there's
2-2
no one there to
non-advantage.
trade.
Oof, that's
That's a
difficult.
crucial mistake there.
Got the bomb.
All right, Onage. This is my man. He's a good S&D player. He's having a tough game.
Get out of the water, Onage.
He's
He's
picked
about
up the
to
bomb.
drown.
though.
That would have been our first ever drowning on this.
That would have been something to see. Mr. Dino gets a kill with his iron sights.
We got Satorn moving in. I don't think he realizes.
Bomb
Oh, he
Don't
knows
shoot
they're
it. You're gonna give it away. Ooh.
Oh no! Oh no!
Satorn with the Pharaoh double kill to end it.
Game over.
Game, set, and match Jurassic. This was just... Now, this is smart here. He saw the trophy system, but he's not going to shoot it. He doesn't want to give away his position. I'm not sure what Onage was doing, planning and running through the middle of the tunnel right there. You got to know they're probably close to you.
There's no winning.
I'm going to play that a little bit slower, but either way, great move there by Satorn, finishing it out.
Yeah, that was a tough one, man. Yeah, good move by Satorn there, and good finish to the game. I mean, that's how you want to end it. 1v2 double kill, slam the door.
Yeah, so Jurassic making a strong statement to start off their first full
you want
game
me
in
to,
the league.
You want me to make Krillix feel bad? He's the only guy. Every other guy on his team went positive in both games.
Sorry, Krillix.
Sorry, Krillix.
Still had a good game, though, buddy.
You're off to such a hot start in the hardpoint.
Oh, so I mean, let's talk a little bit about that S&D. What happened there?
Yeah,
First bloods. I didn't keep track, but first bloods seemed to be pretty even for both teams. I can't say that it was a problem with first bloods.
I'd probably say Jurassic had more of them. Here's the thing on that map, because it's not played as much. I think a lot of times that map just tends to be a cluster, and I think that's what
Yeah.
happened there a little bit. It just kind of was a cluster, and it came down to a lot of just gunfights in random spots and who won them, and Jurassic won them. We wanted to throw 100 in there because we haven't played it in a while. I think we've only played it one time total in this entire league, so we wanted to get a new map in there. But that is the downside of Hunted, is that you don't see a lot of pushes or strategic movements. People tend to, myself included, I only go to one spot on that map. But when you play that map a lot, people just tend to run around, um, and do random stuff. And I think that's kind of what happened there, is that they just kind of came at each other from different angles, and Jurassic won some gunfights. It's very technical
Yeah, I
explanation,
was
but
gonna say
that's
I
what
think
happened.
the clutch, the difference to me was actually XGN's defense. Um, or not XGN. I'm sorry, I keep seeing those gamer tags, but the TK defense. There was a handful of games there where they got the bomb down and they had a bad hold, or they were pushing, trying to break the other bomb site, and they had a bad push. They weren't. It was either a communication or a strategy thing, but they weren't holding the bomb site well when they had the bomb down. They weren't breaking the bomb site well when they had a bomb down on the side of Jurassic. In open space, one on one, I actually think TK was winning about as many gunfights as Jurassic. But when you get a bomb down, there are certain areas. There's areas that you hold. You set up your defense perimeter. You point guys at doors. You have some people push out and spot, and you just didn't see them do it. It was almost as if they plant the bomb down and then they all left and went back to slaying. And that's typically not that's typically not going to win you S&D. So we'll
No, it's
see.
not.
We'll look to see if they improve that. MVP of the match.
Um, Probably Satorn for his total kills, but also the way he kind of finished the game off with that double kill there to shut the door. I would probably give it to him.
Agree. Do we want to give an MVP out for the entire series?
Well, we can try. It'll be kind of tough because,
I'm
like I
with
said,
you.
Jurassic had three guys go positive in both games, so it's hard to choose. They just did a good job as a team, really. I think is what I would say to that. I mean, it was a good team effort from Jurassic.
All right, we will leave with that. I agree with you. I wasn't sure who I'd pick there either. So Jurassic does take the series, first ever game in the league, and they walk away with the W. And I'm excited about the new Jurassic team.
Yeah,
This
I'm
looks like
interested
this
to
is a
see
new
what they do.
contender.
Yeah, they're
So
good.
we'll
They're
look
good.
forward to seeing
I'm
more from them.
curious.
Their hardpoint game was pretty impressive. Their S&D wasn't
Yes,
bad
they're
either.
very good.
So
They're very good at hardpoint.
we will look forward to some more matchups next week. That's going to do it for today's broadcast. This has been BP Reload and BP Swagger. Don't forget, you can check us out on Twitter at Black Pony Gaming. You can also go to www.blackponygaming.com and you can see previous games, archives, schedules, stats, rankings, and everything else that you might need. We will have more matchup information for you later on teams that will be playing next week. But other than that, thank you for viewing. Thank you for watching us. We look forward to some more games next week. Good game to both teams.